So guys, we've been hearing the rumor of a APC lawmaker from Lagos who slumped and died in JOS at the APC flag of campaign rally. And up to now, nobody knows what led to that date. The APC has not even come out. Going to 24 hours now. The APC has not come out to say, oh, this is what happened, this is not what happened. But they all were told that he just slumped, and before they could rush him to the hospital, he was dead. But there's no official statement. But people are just insinuating, oh, it could be he had internal sickness, the normal thing. I think the man was 60-year-old. People are just insinuating left, right, and center. But since it has not really come out or emanates from the real reason why, what really led to his death, supposed to come out from the APC, but they've not said anything. Like I said, it's been 24 hours. It's just unfortunate that this kind of a thing happened. And, people talking here and there, whether it was used for sacrifice, our normal way. People will be thinking that, why should Nigerians be reasoning that way? Because of experience in the past. But one cannot say this is it. This is it. Because something of spirituality, you can't confirm it. You can't say this is it. Even in the law courts, it's not, they don't even recognize anything spiritual. But we know that this kind of a thing exists. But it's neither here nor there. In as much the official statement, the reason why the man died has not been released by the APC. So there's bound for speculations. But another angle that people are looking at is which Nigerians can really hold on to, and which camera did not even take that. But we saw where there was rowdiness, there was disruption of the rally, where they were stoning and throwing a lot of things. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, maybe all this video filming from where maybe it happened somewhere. And of course, that is the usual way. They will tell you, oh, it happened somewhere, it did not happen at that particular event. But as we speak now, it's becoming real that yes, people were throwing stones. Even that one, we don't even know what led to that. Now, I saw, at least from that video, I saw some security men, they were just laughing, or I don't even know what they were just doing. They were not really paying full concentration. And those who were really throwing those at the stage, they were at the center, while from the angle the video was taken, they were at the center, they very close to the camera. We saw security men. Some of them were laughing, some of them were just like, and somebody was at the stage speaking in Hausa, whether he was begging them and what have you. But that did not stop. But now the bone of contention now is that they stoned the man to death, that it was one of the stone or whatever that was thrown at them that met the man, and that was it. Just like I said, in as much there's no official statements now coming from the APC, definitely there's bound to be speculations. Just like I said, some people said, oh, maybe he didn't take care of himself, maybe he had some kind of underlying sickness, and maybe he didn't know. Because some people who saw him a day before confirmed that he was hale and hearty, like Mohammed would say, chatty. When somebody is ill and hearty, the person is speaking, exchanging pleasantries and what have you, full of life. Of course, the person is, you can describe the person being hale-hearted and chatty. So people who saw him 24 hours before that time, so nobody envisaged anything. And I believe if he himself was not even feeling fine, he wouldn't have been there in the first place. But some people will tell you that, you just have to be there, our God say this, our God say that. And we are even hearing that a lot of people were rented from other states. That is a different story altogether. From the news we got, almost 95 aircraft, private and chartered ones and what have you, landed in JOS. Why they asked some of them to go back to Abuja so that they can just take transport, because the whole place was filled to the brim. They have been boasting that about 22 APC governors were there present and all of that. But unfortunately, it was somebody that, some family will be bearing this bronze, that they are one of their loved ones just died in that process. You can say he died on, what do they call it? on active service or so, it's not a good thing, honestly. Like we said yesterday, it's a bad omen. But people are saying, okay, was stoned. The stone met him, this and that. Until the APC will come out and say, this is it, that is when we will know what really happened. And a lot of things really happen. Apart from maybe people were just there. The reason why people were there, it's now known to them. And there is some of the mistakes that Tinubu made, calling the campaign DG La Long, calling him Solomon. Some people say it does not matter. Trying to bless APC, not bless a PDAPC. So there's another party called PDAPC. I heard some people on national TV. I think I heard from Dr. Abati saying that could he be referring to the PD of Atiku or PD of what was this man's name? Wiki, whichever one that it is. So a lot of things really happened. A lot of things really happened because the way and manner those people were throwing that thing, whatever that, if anything, if it is stone, it will not all go well. It will not all go well. And some people tend to believe that it could be true that this man was stoned to death. It was one of the things that made him, but as we speak, nothing has been said whether it was high blood pressure or not, or an underlying illness. But majority of the people are of the opinion that yes, it could be. People are just insinuating, that's why you need to check yourself, that's why you need to take care of your health. And most importantly, you see the way they do anyhow, all these political parties, all of them. I remember there was a time to when Peter Obi was visiting the flood victims, and a lot of people came out for him that you were in a boat without life jackets. What if anything happened? What would you have done? That this idea, I don't care attitude, we don't put some things in order. For the fact that we try to get away with some things, we say, oh, nothing they happen, forget, it don't go happen. Like what happened in APC yesterday. They didn't prepare for, I'm sorry, the only thing they always prepare for is just a security man, that's all. But when you talk about emergency aid, first aid, and what have you, where you have a paramedics, people, they won't have it. So in case of an emergency, all this kind of a thing, they said before they rushed the man to the hospital, he gave up. Adibi, they had some sort of a arrangement there. When you have a doctors, you have a nurses. Is it people, even the real hospital self, they don't even have we are still complaining. Is that what they are going to prepare for? So those are the things. All of them know the reason. You can imagine if they had stationed some doctors, for emergency and all of that, and maybe they would have resuscitated him. They would have just brought him to life, just stabilize him before going to hospital. Somebody who slumped, nothing, no first aid, nothing, no doctor. At the end of the day, that's it. Before they could say Jack Robinson, it's unfortunate the deed had been done. If they had just attended to him when you have that's immediate for emergency, medically, maybe he would have survived it. When they tell them they're not go here, you see, this is even coming to my mind. It's very unfortunate, honestly. So whether it was the stone they threw at him, whether he collapsed on his own, we don't know. But just like I said, if there's no official statement to that, these are the things that will be flying here and there. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.